Lesson 4.3, we are adding and subtracting like fractions. Our objective is to be able to add and subtract fractions with like denominators. Fractions that have the same denominator are called like fractions. Fractions that have the same denominator are called like fractions. Number 1, we have 5/9 plus 2/9, and since they have a common denominator, which is 9, we are able to just add straight across. So 5 plus 2 is 7, and we have 7/9 as our answer. Can that be reduced? Nope. So we circle it, and there we go. Number 2, here it gets a little trickier because we're adding in negatives now. So we have our common denominator, which is 5. And then we look and we have -3 plus -1. So -3 plus -1 all over 5. And -3 plus -1 is -4. So I have -4/5 as my answer. And then I ask myself, can that be reduced? And it cannot, so I circle it, and that's my answer. Here I have -5/8 minus 3/8. So the first thing I do is add the opposite. So it's now -5/8 plus -3/8. And since it has the same denominator of 8, we know our denominator of our answer is going to be 8. And then we just add our numerators. So we do -5 plus -3 all over 8. -5 plus -3 is -8. And then -8 divided by 8 is going to be -1. So my answer will be -1. Okay, number 4, I have 4/5 minus 7/5. So I circle my denominator. I have the same denominator, so I know my answer is going to have a denominator of 5. I see subtraction, so I'm going to change that to adding the opposite. So I have 4/5 plus -7/5. So that's 4 plus -7 on the numerator. And 4 plus -7 is going to be -3. So I have -3/5, and I say, can that be reduced? It cannot. So I circle it, and that is my answer. Number 5, Sophia ate 3/5 of a cheese pizza. Jack ate 1/5 of a cheese pizza and 2/5 of a pepperoni pizza. How much pizza did Sophia and Jack eat altogether? So we're going to take Sophia's 3/5 plus Jack's 1/5 of cheese, and then Jack's 2/5 of pepperoni. We're going to add across. So we have 5 as our denominator in all of it. So we know our answer is going to have a denominator of 5. And then we add all the numerators together. So we do 3 plus 1 plus 2. 3 plus 1 plus 2 is going to get us 6/5. And then you can change this to a mixed number. 5 goes into 6 one time with 1 left over. So you can have 6/5 or 1 1/5 pizza. And number 6, about 6/100ths of the population of the United States lives in Florida. Another 4/100ths lives in Ohio. About what fraction more of the U.S. population lives in Florida than in Ohio? And I look at my more of, that's going to make me think of subtraction. So I'm going to set this up as 6/100ths minus 4/100ths. How many more live in Florida than in Ohio? So I'm going to subtract Ohio from Florida to get my answer. So I look, I have a common denominator of 100. So I know my answer is going to have an answer of a denominator of 100. And then I add the opposite. And 6 plus -4 is 2. So my answer is 2/100ths, but then I can reduce that, divide by 2, and my final answer is 1/50th.